Well, would you looky here? We got Legends of Boxing 2 back on the table. I've been reminded of my love and enjoyment of this game, even if the sport itself is leaving me a little cold for the past decade or so. What do I have here? I have Gerrie Coetzee of South Africa and Buster Mathis from Sledge, Mississippi. And these two never matched up in real life. Coetzee came along a few years too late for Mathis. But I thought it would make for an interesting, puncher, brawler versus a technical kind of fighter matchup. And I'm just kind of curious as to see how this plays out. There's a lot of ways that it could. Obviously, if it goes to a decision, then Mathis has the advantage. And if not, then probably the advantage is Coetzee's. So that is the question we're asking today. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just schedule this for 10 rounds for the purposes of this video. And you notice I've already got the pressure card out here for Coetzee. He has a trait that says always pressure in round 1, and he has another trait that says chin -3 at level 1 fatigue. So when he fades hard. We'll see if it gets to that. But the pressure mode trait applies. Mathis has no traits, but he's got some straight up pretty good numbers. Let's roll for Mathis, and he could be any mode. 15 is a pretty high roll, but that keeps him outside, just barely. 16 would have been inside. So he is going to start outside. And that means we'll be on the normal column for open action and high action. Ding, ding, let's do this. Can Coetzee stop Mathis? Can Mathis survive and get a decision? Now, both control numbers are over 14. Therefore, we're going high action, normal column, 58. Rally, fighter trailing on punch points. Well, that doesn't matter. So they are even, and they come out and begin slugging. Each fighter connects with a 2-point solid punch. Woo, we are back to high action again. What a start to this one. 31, tactical edge. This is Mathis. He's going to win this exchange using his jab. 2-1. And I got that backwards here. Hold on. There we go. 2-point jab to 1 point. Woo, they are letting their hands go right from the start. So maybe Mathis, was, they had heard about Coetzee's tendency to come out slugging. Now Coetzee in command, column D on the pressure card, 46. That's column D due to Mathis's defense, 46. He would have scored a combination, but instead Mathis is able to block it. One minute mark of round 1. It is Mathis in charge, 94. It's going to be a 2-point combination to the head. 6 points scored by Mathis already. We're not even halfway through round 1. Here comes Coetzee trying to answer back, 63, column D. Ooh, this would have been a knockdown chance. Coetzee has got enough power to activate that. However, it's column D, not column A. So D for defense. It's a 1-point right cross for Coetzee as he tries to connect with his best punch, and Mathis mitigates it just a little bit. All right, Mathis back in charge. 25 is what I'm seeing over there. Column D also. That combination is blocked. All right, these guys are showing some defense here. 3 segments remaining, roughly a minute. And let's see, this is Coetzee 53. Woo! It says K6. His power is a 5, so it's going to be a 2-point hook. And it's a cut hazard check. Cut rating of 7. I believe a cut rating of 7 needs a 7. So we're going to roll for Mathis. Can he roll 7 or higher? He rolls a 20, so no cut there. Good thing, because the hazard chart is a bit more dangerous than the normal cut. 2 segments remaining. We're going open action 63 normal. They juke and move. Studying each other, taking a breather after all that exchanging. Here comes the bell. And it is high action, a 19 and a 20, 86, normal column, 86, will to win, the fighter with the greater will. That's going to be Mathis. Wins this exchange with a combination. He's willing to stand in there and trade. How cool is that? That was a fun round. All right, so we got 8 points for Mathis. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Close round. TKO point for each of them. Woo, 8-7 that round. Wow, we're off to a good start. Now, 3 points plus 1 is 4 off for Coetzee. He's down to 14. And then we're going to be 3 off, 2 plus 1 for Mathis. He's down to 13. So their endurance is right there together. Awesome. Okay, now Mathis can stay outside if he so chooses, having won the round by just 1 point. Coetzee has to roll to maintain pressure, and he does not maintain pressure. He is going to go outside himself. So Coetzee is rethinking things. It's like, well, that didn't work out so great. So let's try to do a little boxing here with the guy. Mathis certainly would have a reach advantage. Where's my other die? There it is. Round 2, they were both outside. That changes things because now we're going to be in the chess column for the open and high action. Results. I rolled double 20s. There should be something special for that. It feels like there should. I don't know. Maybe that'd be a fun house rule. One of those cases where who knows? I could speculate all day on that. At any rate, we're going high action 13 chess column, and it is defensive edge. That edge is neither one. They are equal. So since they're equal, they both throw, and neither one can land anything solid because of defense. And that goes down as a 1-1 exchange. This is going to be Mathis. Just barely edges out Coetzee on control by 1 point. 75. 1 point jab. Mathis has been doing pretty well with the jabs. Racking up points. We're going back to high action 50. Boy, I can't believe we're hitting that so much. Chess 50 is going to be tactical edge now. That is going to be Mathis. And because of his sharp jabs, he's going to out-jab Coetzee here in the next 20 seconds. 2-1. I'm going to write a little J in there to remind myself that was a tactical. All right, at the 1 minute mark of round 2, we have Coetzee taking charge. 81, column A. Uh-oh, watch out. This is trouble. Right cross. I need to correct something. I went upside down with Mathis's jab. So 2 point jab to 1, and now here's the right cross. And 2 things are going to happen here. This is a big result. This is a cut hazard and a knockdown check. So let's do the knockdown check first against a chin of 6. 55 is a decent roll. He is going to be stunned by a 3-pointer. 3-point right cross has Mathis sort of, he has a glazed look on his face, and he backs up a couple steps like, whoa, what was that? And also, is there blood? Cut hazard check. He needs a 7, right? That's what we needed. He rolls, that's a cocked die. Let's roll that again. So, oh no, he rolls a 6. Now he's got to take a chance on the cut hazard chart. All right, that's this column. 30. Woof. Nose bleeding, he got lucky. All right. Mathis, 1 point for a nosebleed. So not terrible, pretty typical kind of thing. All right, Coetzee in command, 42, K7, he's a 5, that's a 2-point hook. Oh, I didn't even need to roll the other dice, of course, because I just remembered that he was stunned. It wouldn't have changed anything. 2-point hook is what happens. And 140 of round 2, open action 31, chess, column, juke and move. You get a lot more of that going on when you're in the chess column. 9 for Mathis does just enough to take control. That's a cocked die. I'm going to re-roll it. And Coetzee defends on a 0-5. That is a 1-point jab with a cut chance attached. And Coetzee now may have a cut. Oh, that's not a good roll. 90. Major cut over the left eye from that jab right there. Wow. All right, so left eye for Coetzee, 2-point cut. And there are some mechanical effects with that. Those major cuts are serious. So his defense drops to 1. And his control target number goes up 1. Goodness gracious. Wow, after having that surge in the middle of the round with the stun and then the good hook, and then that happens. All right, about 40 seconds, 30 seconds or so remaining. Coetzee responds with urgency, feeling the blood streaming down. 45, and that is a 1-point straight punch for him. Determined to at least win the round. Coetzee with a 10. Now, see, that 10 would have taken command, but now with the cut, it does not. So we're going to go to open action 62, and that is a juke and move all the way to the bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points for Coetzee. TKO point against Mathis. 2, 4, 5 points for Mathis. Another close round, no TKO point. It's a game of inches. So that is going to be 3 points off of Mathis, gets him down to 10. 2 points off of Coetzee, down to 12. Coetzee's like, okay, this outside thing, maybe I can do this. So he'll stay there, and now Mathis gets to check for a change in attitude. He's going to go pressure. Woohoo! Okay, how about that? $11 and $9 are the control target numbers now after that cut. Round 3, here we go. Coetzee, 96. 2-point hook. Good start. High action, 0-2, and now we're in the normal column. That's defensive edge, and Mathis now is favored in this because of Coetzee's cut. Okay. All right. Coetzee rolls a 4-13. That's really close. This is going to be Mathis over by 4, Coetzee over by 3. So Mathis in control on the pressure card, 0-6. Oh, and the 1 shifts it to column D. It's a 1-point jab. And another cut chance. All right, Coetzee. He's fine. So nothing new to add to the major cut. The major cut doesn't get worse, however you want to view that. 1 minute mark of round 3. Coetzee, 76, column D, 76D. And he throws a jab, and it's dodged by Mathis. That was his best chance to connect during that 20-second segment. And now we have Mathis over 32, column A. 32, column A is a double hook for 2 points. 2-point double hook. All right, we're coming to the stretch run. Here's Coetzee is going to try to rally 73. He lands a jab cleanly. Not cleanly, it's a 1-point jab. It's a good jab, not a great jab. 3 segments remaining. Open action 31. And they fall into a clinch. Referee has to get in there and earn a little bit of his money. Mathis, 41 on the pressure card, and that's a 2-point combination. So that's the thing about that pressure card. You can score some heavier stuff off of there, and Mathis has in this round. And then here we are at the bell. Can Coetzee try to even things up? No, Mathis is going to maintain that momentum. 56, 1-point hook late in the round, and that should solidify it for him. So Coetzee at 3, 4, only 4 points, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points for Mathis. TKO point against Coetzee. They are even at 2 TKO points each. It's going to be 3 off for both fighters. 9 for Coetzee, 7 for Mathis. We are going to roll mode checks for both because pressure it must be maintained. He does maintain it. And Coetzee switches to it. He's like, okay, let's, his corner tells him to go out there and fight fire with fire. And we have both fighters in pressure mode here for round 4. Wonderful. This is shaping up to be a really good fight so far. Coetzee, 43. K7, he's a 5. That's a 2-point right cross. 10 is not enough. 3 is definitely not enough. We're going open action. 85. In the brawl column, even exchange. So they are throwing plenty of leather, even in a lull moment. Coetzee is liking this pressure thing. He's a brawler. All right, he comes back with another 2-point cross. He's racked up 5 points so far in under 1 minute. Coetzee continues, 93. This is a 2-point hook, and he is really piling it on, hoping that one of these will catch Mathis clean. Mathis is like, oh no you don't, 36. He's going to respond in column A with a 1-point jab and a cut chance. We know that Coetzee needs a 9. He rolls a 9. Barely avoids more cut problems halfway through round 4. Mathis, 52, column D. Wow, that defense saved him. That was a cut hazard check. 1-point hook instead. All right, Mathis, 0-9. And because of the cut, that's column A. And he is just working on Coetzee's face with that jab. That's a 2-pointer this time and another cut chance. Needs a 9, got a 16. He's okay. A couple segments remaining as Mathis now down the stretch is trying to even up this round. Coetzee says no, not today, Buster. This is his best punch. Coetzee comes, finds an opening for his big right cross. And we are going to test Mathis's chin of 6. So this one finally catches him clean. How does Mathis handle it? So chin is really a defensive rating. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. 6, 14, and he is down with a right cross. Floors Buster Mathis here late in round 4. And now we're going to check Mathis's will to see if he can continue. Let's roll the blue die. His will is 6, and he needs a 4 to get up. He rolls a 13, and Mathis is up, and here comes the finisher check. There's only one segment remaining. Coetzee, a pretty vicious finisher, tendency-wise. So we're going to add +2 for a final result of 17. That gets him in the K range. So calm probing as time ticks away, and then, before the bell, clean hook. Mathis's chin is now 5. Let's check it. All right, 41 on a 5. That is a 4-point stagger at the bell. So Mathis in deep trouble. Late, there's 10, 16, 17 points. And Coetzee was only 1 point away from a possible TKO stoppage. 5 for Mathis, so that was a big round for Coetzee. Now, per the advanced rules, I'm going to adjust the CTNs for the next round. So Coetzee comes down to 10. and Mathis comes up to 10. Now, they were both in pressure mode in that round, so we got to make mode checks to see who's doing what in round 5. 10 for Coetzee has him outside 3. For Mathis has him elusive. So this is going to be a complete switch up after all that action. Actually, this has been a good action fight so far. Outside and elusive. Then 2 TKO points against Mathis, and then the mode is 3. That's 5 points off. Mathis is down to 2 all of a sudden, and then Coetzee is 3 off, gets him down to 6. So that was not great for any Buster Mathis fans. Now, this suggests that we're going to have more of a chess match going on in round 5, which maybe that'll be good for to let Mathis get back into it. Let's see. Open action 92. Missed exchange. They can't find their range. And then we suddenly go to high action 63, but it's in the chess column. Physical edge. The physical fighter wins the exchange 2-1 with a combination. So that favors Coetzee. High action again, 64, same result. Do you believe? Yep. So for 2 segments straight, Coetzee lets his hands fly as Mathis is dancing around, moving laterally. Coetzee giving chase. 11 is Coetzee, 51 on the outside card. That's a K6. His power is 5. So he just came short of testing Mathis's chin again with a big cross. But Coetzee doing well as Mathis is not offering much in the way of offense. Coetzee is still in command 13. That is a jab that finds Mathis. Mathis backing away, moving side to side along the rope, slipping and sliding. Open action chess. 82 is going to be a missed exchange. They can't reach each other. Closing the gap is kind of hard in this situation. We have about a minute remaining. And now Mathis decides to pick his spot. And he surges forward with a 63. And he's going to connect with a jab. And I'm going to mark that as such because there's a cut check attached to it. Coetzee is okay. Mathis now, turning the tide, 78. Double jab, 2-point JJ. So Mathis is just going nuts. Jabbing, and trying to hold Coetzee off, try to slow him down. And this is Mathis is going to edge him out on control. 55. And a 1-point jab in column A. Wow, all jabs for Mathis as he just holds him off. There's 3, 4, 5 points for Mathis. And then 6, 7 points for Coetzee, all of which came in one compressed section of the round. Interesting how that went back and forth. That is another TKO point, though, against Mathis. His TKO rating is 6. He has 5 TKO points against, but that round was close enough that it's not a concern just yet. Now, Mathis has to roll for his mode. Elusive is like pressure in that it has to be maintained. And he doesn't. Instead, he's just going to go outside. And they're going to share that card. Alrighty, and now the temporary adjustments that I had made after the knockdown fall off, and we go back to the normal 11 and 9 control split. And then finally we got 3 points off of Mathis, gets him to -1, and then 2 points off of Coetzee down to 4. So at level 1 fatigue, Mathis's power of 2 is going to get cut down to 1. Not a big deal to him. Power is not his game. But his defense and his control number are both going to be adjusted. So that control number goes up to 10. And his defense goes down to 1. Well, that, my friends, is the issue going into round 6. We're halfway through this fight. Coetzee is certainly ahead on the cards, especially after the knockdown. That big round 4. The rest of it's been really nip and tuck, very close. Both fighters in outside mode for round 6. That puts us in the chess column on the action charts. We have Coetzee with an 11 is just enough to take control. 52, 2-point cross. In column A, Coetzee again, 24. He's on a bit of a roll here the past couple rounds. He gets through with a combination, but Mathis, it's not a clean combination. Mathis takes it on the arms or whatever. 73, Coetzee is still in command, scores with a jab. He's racked up a 4-point lead in this round. Coetzee is still 99. 99. On the outside card, that is a 2-point hook. And here comes Mathis. I was just in my head, I was just thinking, I wonder if Mathis is going to try to rally like he did in the last round. And it may be the case. 96 is, he answers, he gets hit with a 2-point hook. He comes back with a 2-point hook of his own. I rolled a 1 on defense. Ooh, this is close to being high action, but it's not. It is going to be, it's actually going to be open action because they are both over by 3 points. So we go open action, chess column 84, missed exchange. Turned out that defensive die didn't matter that time. And open action again, 91 is going to be the same thing. Now we have Mathis with a 60. His power is down to 1, so this is going to be a 2-point combination. So he lets his hands go a little bit here. And he is indeed rallying, similar to, well, the past 2 rounds anyway. It comes down to this. Who's going to win this round? Oh, it's high action. Well, 96. Chess column 96. Will to win. The greater will at this moment wins the exchange 2-1. So the will at this moment is going to favor, it's still going to favor Mathis even after the knockdown. So Mathis shows some real moxie here as he outslugs Coetzee in that final frame just before the bell. So 2-point combination to 1, just showing the will to win. Outstanding. That was a good round. All right, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Coetzee and 6 points for Mathis. TKO points for both. Another close round. There's no TKO watch in effect. And let's see, let's do the math here. So 3 points off for Coetzee. He's down to 1. He still doesn't have a fatigue adjustment. Remember, he's got a trait for fatigue, so that's going to make it real interesting. And then Mathis is 3 off, and he goes to -4, and he is going to have an adjustment at level 2 fatigue as his chin and will drop to 4 each. Coetzee had the edge in the round, feels pretty good about it. Mathis is going to see if he does something differently. With an 8, he's going to go back to elusive. So the big guy is going to dance around a little bit more and try to stick and move with his jab is the idea. Last time he went elusive, Coetzee still was able to edge him out. Open action, 86, beginning around 7. This is the chess column. So that is going to be a missed exchange. Both fighters block and miss, and nothing significant is landed. Open action 15. That's going to be a foul check for Mathis. He's average. Rolls of 4, incidental contact, no foul. Back to open action 76, and that's back to the missed exchange. Coetzee 0-3. And column D. So that is only a 1-point punch. Mathis trying to connect with his right cross, his best punch, and Mathis saw it coming just enough to reduce the effect. Coetzee continues to press the attack with a jab. After a slow start to this round, Coetzee now has a 2-point advantage and maintains control. 77, column D, however. 77, that jab misses. Good defense by Mathis. The slowest round of the fight so far. Open action 43. They juke and move. Uh-oh, here's Coetzee 0-7, column A. 2-point left hook. And a cut chance. Mathis is a 7. He needs a 7. 17. Passes that with flying colors. Coetzee has got a good lead here. Mathis needs to really do something significant to try to steal this round, and he's not even going to try, it looks like. 17 on the chess is going to be a blue fighter foul check. Well, fouling is maybe doing something. In the average column 13 is going to be a marginal foul, F1. All right, so he gets warned. That's the first foul point accumulated in the fight, and it has no effect yet, but the referee's taken notice here. So that round goes as a 4-0 in terms of punch points. The foul point could add if we were assessing a TKO point, but we're not. So no TKO points assessed on either side, and they are both 2 off. That makes it easy. -1 for Coetzee, -6. For Mathis, now Coetzee, his power drains down to 3. His control target number goes up to 12. Remember that cut all the way back in round 1? Round 2? Round 2. That cut over his left eye is still a problem that he has to contend with. And defense, of course. His defense was down to 1 because of the cut, now down to 0 because of fatigue. But that's not all. Normally that would be all. But in Coetzee's case, he has a hard fade problem. So his chin, which has been 9 so far and hasn't even been tested, now drops to 6. So big drop all of a sudden when he gets tired. And modes. Mathis went elusive and did nothing as a result. So maybe he needs to rethink it. 8. Nope, he's okay. He thought about it and thought, that's the way to go. Silly Buster. All right, so he stays elusive. Coetzee stays outside and might be on his way to a decision win here. I think he's won 4 rounds in a row ever since that knockdown. That changed the whole trajectory of this fight. Ooh, let's start off with a little high action in the chess column. 31, make a stand. The fighter with the higher durability, 7 and 5. So Coetzee has the higher durability. He stands his ground and wins the exchange 2-1 with a combination. Pretty cool. This is what I like about the high action chart. It brings these little twists into the fights that we didn't have in first edition. And let's see, Mathis now controls 38. Column A. He scores a jab. I think that's the first point he has scored off the elusive card since round 5. Mathis, finding a rhythm now. Connecting with the jab again. I could see that happening. Mathis had the reach advantage, or would have had the reach advantage in this scenario. And Coetzee says, wait a second, Buster. 64. And he answers back with a jab and a cut chance. Wow, all right. I rolled a 4, so this is going to be a cut chance, a cut effect. 61, minor cut above the left eye. So now they are mirroring each other a little bit. Only Coetzee's cut is significantly worse than this one. This has no mechanical effect. It's the second cut point. So they both have 2 cut points each. Because Mathis had the bleeding nose in round 1. And off we go. Halfway through round 8. Open action 90. That's going to be the missed exchange. And with the adjusted control numbers, that's going to go back to open action. As they get more tired, those control target numbers come up, and you're going to end up with more open action with 2 tired fighters in the ring. 27 is going to get us a dirty clinch. Oh, and Coetzee is dirty, and so he's going to take an extra point of endurance. Okay, dirty clinch. So they get in there, they get locked up, and Coetzee is doing some gray area tactics. to wear Mathis down a little bit more. Who knows? Elbow, headbutt, something like that. And this is Mathis now after they get separated 0-3. He's going to answer with a hard jolting left jab, 2-point jab, and a cut chance. Coetzee needs a 9. He rolls a 1. Now he has a cut effect, a new one to add. 85. He's not rolling great on these. 2-point major swelling right. So that right eye has a major cut and now major swelling. Woo! Now, oh, that's his left. His left eye was cut earlier. Now it's the right eye. All right. All right. So he has 2 points of damage now on each eye, swelling on one side, bleeding on the other. But he's not in danger of being stopped by these. It takes more than that to do it. It's better to spread it out than to have it all in one place. All right. Here we go. 2 10s. That's too low now that they're fatigued. 24 open action on the chest column. 24 is probably going to get us a clinch. Yep, sure does. So this clinch is a normal clinch. Coetzee decides not to get too roughhouse in there this time. And we're back, 27 now. Oh, we're back on a dirty clinch, and that is another point. So that's 2 extra points of endurance that Coetzee takes away from Mathis because of these dirty clinches. Woo! Coetzee only scored 3 points with his gloves, but a couple other points of damage illegally. 1, 2, 3. That's the cut. 4, 5. 5 points. That was 5-3 favoring Mathis in that round. No TKO points, but there are going to be 2 extra points off of Mathis from those clinches. And then 2 points off for the mode makes him -8. No, -10. Yeah. So he crossed that -8 boundary, so his control target number goes up to 11. And his power is at 1, and it stays at 1. Am I right? Other fighter ratings can go to 0, including power, but not into the negative. Mathis's power is now 0. He has no chance of getting a knockout stoppage. He could get a TKO stoppage. Very unlikely. Wow, interesting. Now, what else? At -8, that's the control and the power, and that is it. Now, -1 minus just the 2 for the mode gets him to -3, and there's no additional fatigue effect yet on Coetzee. So we go to round 9, and we are going to check both fighters for new modes going to round 9. Really interesting fight. Would you believe Mathis is going to bring the pressure here in round 9? I guess he's feeling he's behind. Probably true. And then a 9 is going to be, he's going to stay outside. So Coetzee is okay fighting outside. Mathis, however, changed to pressure. That's going to put us on the normal column for the action charts. And here we go, round 9. Really intriguing fight shaping up. Coetzee in charge, column D, 50. That is a 1-point cross. Open action, 40. In the normal column, clean clinch. High action, 20, normal column. Make a stand, higher durability. And this is going to be the South African with a 2-point combination. Wins that exchange 2-1. High action, 65. Committed puncher, higher power. So it's going to be 3. Yeah, well, we know Mathis's power is down to 0. So Coetzee, feeling emboldened by Mathis's weakening power, is going to outslug him here with a 2-point hook to 1. 2 points to 1. Midway through round 9, Coetzee, 47, connects with a straight punch in column A. High action, 21. There's make a stand again, the higher durability. So this is just, you can just picture the war of attrition, and Coetzee's hard work in training camp is paying off here as he wins these exchanges. Mathis is like, not so fast, buddy. Column A on the pressure chart with a 99. What do you think that is? That's a K1, and Mathis's power just went to 0, so he can't take advantage of it. All he can do is score a 2-point combination. The reason that happened is because of the foul points that lowered Mathis's endurance. I do believe. That's close, but it sure feels that way. Wow. All right, let's wrap up round 9. It is Mathis pressing the attack, 23, 2-point jab. He's had a pattern in this fight of rallying late in rounds and mostly coming up short. 12 and 10. That's going to be Coetzee with a 44. Scores a straight punch before the bell. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. TKO point against. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 to 7. Good round. Another close round. There's no TKO watch as we go to the final round in what has turned out to be a very entertaining fight. I think Coetzee has the advantage here, mainly because of that knockdown. But I'm not sure. You don't know what the judges got. So, Coetzee, 10th of the final round, you can do what you want. He does have an elusive mode option. I'm going to keep him outside because that's a better chance of still connecting with a knockdown or knockout punch. And then Mathis, he's in pressure mode now. What's he got to lose? Might as well just stay there. All right, so Mathis is going to stay pressure. Let's do the endurance math. So he was 4 points off, is negative 14 for Mathis. Negative 14, he crosses the 12 barrier, and that's going to be his defense goes to 0 and chin and will. Defense is now 0. His power is 0. His chin and will are 3 each. Now, negative 3, and then he was 3 off is negative 6. So chin and will for Coetzee. All right, so his chin had gone down to 6. Now it's down to 5. His will should be down 1 point, down to 3. Man, that is all. Here we go. Round 10. Mathis pressuring and desperation. Coetzee trying to box from outside and get this decision. 20 for Coetzee. 0-0 on the roll. And column A, would you look at this? This is crazy. A big right cross right at the beginning of round 10. So I could see Mathis trying to just get in there and pressure, and Coetzee is waiting patiently. Bam! Connects with that right cross, and now what happens? It's a chin of 3 that we're testing here. Holy mackerel, 45. Chin of 3. A 40 would have been a knockdown. A 45 is a stagger. So that's a 4-point stagger. And his chin is now going to be reduced to 2. Now there's a finisher segment coming for Coetzee, plus 2. 14. He throws a big flurry, but the opponent is able to cover up and survive. So it goes as a 2-point combination for Coetzee. He is up by 6. That doesn't matter. When you're not on a TKO watch, well, it may not matter. Unless he scores like 18 points in this round. But things slow down in the next segment, so Coetzee makes a fairly game effort to finish him, but can't do it. 79 is going to be the open action. Normal, and that is a missed exchange as both fighters miss and block and dodge, and Coetzee is going to keep on coming. 47. Scores a 1-point straight punch. 7-0 in this round. Coetzee again, 84. Man, he's on a roll. Comes on with a 1-point hook. All right, is Mathis going to try to turn this around here late in the round? Doesn't look that way. 73 normal. That's that missed exchange. And those missed exchanges, I mean, it may seem like nothing happens, but it's actually a good thing. It's burning the clock, really, for Coetzee, who rolls a 20 now and an 85. And he's going to have a 1-point hook from outside. And he is winning this round handily. This could seal the deal. We're going to go to high action now. 65. Committed puncher. The greater power is Coetzee. He wins this exchange 2-1. And here we are. This is the end of the fight, and Mathis at the very end rolls a 20. $37. And he scores a cross off the pressure card, but that's all it is. It's just a 1-point punch. Couldn't quite connect with what he needed. There we go. That's the end of the fight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Another TKO point against. Doesn't really matter. 11-2, Coetzee in that final round. Wow, that was fun. All right, let's see what the judges say. 1-point advantage for Mathis in round 1. Oh, not a good roll though. Low, low, and even. Round 2, 2-point advantage for Coetzee. Favorite, which would be, translates to high, high, high. So Coetzee gets full marks for that 2-point advantage. 4-point advantage for Mathis in round 3. And he gets full credit for that. The judges agree. And then round 4 is a 2-point round with the knockdown for Coetzee, and that is probably the clincher. 2-point advantage for Coetzee in round 5. Not a very good roll though. Low, even, and low. So they see it for Mathis, then even, and then for Mathis. So Coetzee gets ripped off a little bit there. Round 6, 1-point advantage for Coetzee. Rolls a 12. Favorite, high, and favorite, which translates, there is no favorite here, so that's going to translate to all high. So that narrow margin paid off. All the judges saw it the same. 4-point advantage, Coetzee, round 7. Low, high, and high. So Mathis, Coetzee, round 8. 2-point advantage for Mathis. And he gets full marks. All 3 judges. 2-point advantage for Coetzee, round 9. A lot of close rounds. Favorite, low, and high. Favorite, low, and high. So the judges are split there, and then he had a clear, oh boy, what is that, 9-point advantage in the final round. So that is easily his round, and let's add it up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the 1-point must system myself. I don't like the 10-point. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 4. So Coetzee is your winner. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 4. So the final scores are 8-4, 8-4, and 7-4. Gerrie, Coetzee of South Africa, has defeated Buster Mathis in a rough and tumble 10-rounder, and I'll have to advance him to fight somebody else when I feel the urge to do so. There you go. All right, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did.